Alright, I just finished row 16, and this is where the pattern will change again. You want to chain up 2 and turn. Put 3 double crochets in the first stitch. One double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So you will have 7 double crochets at the beginning of 17, 18, and 19. And they're all slightly, each row is slightly different. You're going to chain 2, and on row 17 the chain 2 space will match up with the chain 2 space underneath. You're going to skip the chain 2 space, go into this first double crochet, and do a double crochet. Then you are going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch and chain space until the point. Oop, I snagged something there. There we go. One in the chain space. And 1 in every stitch. One in the chain space. And 1 in every stitch. And you want to repeat that until you get to the point. And I'll meet you at the point. Okay, I have just reached the point on row 17. You want to put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets into the point. Alright, and then you will continue with 1 double crochet in each stitch and chain space until you get to the very last space, which is the chain 2 space before the last 4 stitches. Okay, I have reached the chain 2 space, and now what you want to do is chain 2, skip the chain 2 here, put 3 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. So 1, 2, sorry I went off camera there, didn't mean to, and 3, and 4 double crochets in this chain 2. 1, 2, 3, and there is 4. Now for row 17, you should have 138 double crochets. All right, so 18 and 19 will be the same repeats. So you want to chain up 2 and turn. And you want to put 3 double crochets in this first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. You want to put 3 double crochets, 1 in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to want to chain 2 and skip 2 stitches. So chain 2, skip these 2, and do 1 double crochet into this stitch before the chain 2 space. Two double crochets in the chain 2 space. There's 1 and 2. 1 double crochet after the chain 2 space. And then 1 in every stitch until the point. And just repeat that until the point. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm at the point. You want to do 3 double crochets. I don't know if y'all can see this. It came to a white yarn, but 3 double crochets into the point. Chain 2. And then 3 double crochets. Okay, now you are going to do 1 double crochet in every stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. just like that. And I will meet you at the chain 2 space. Okay, I have come to the chain 2 space. Now you want to put 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space. That's 1 and 2. You have to scoot them apart. Now you want 1 double crochet in the next stitch. You're going to chain 2, skip 2, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and put 4 double crochets in the chain 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now for row 19, chain up 2 and turn. It's just basically the same thing as row 18, but I will show you how to get started. 3 double crochets into the first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 2, and 3. You're going to chain 2, skip 2, put 1 double crochet before the chain 2 space, 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space, and then 1 double crochet in every stitch until the point. And then at the point, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet in every stitch. And then when you get to this chain 2 space at the end, 1 double crochet here, 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, 1 double crochet in the last 3 stitches, or in the next 3 stitches, and then 4 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And I'll see you on row 20. Okay, I have reached row 20. Row 18 should have had 150 double crochets. Row 19 should have 162 double crochets. Now row 20 through 25 are the repeat rows for the remainder of the shawl, and you can make it as big as you want. repeat it as many times as you want. Okay, so row 20, I've already chained my 2 and turned. 3 double crochets in this first stitch. Okay, so there's my 3. We're going to chain 2, skip 2, and 3 double crochets in this stitch. And we're going to do that twice. We're going to skip 2 and put 3 double crochets before the chain space. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to skip the chain 2 space and put 3 double crochets in the stitch after the chain 2 space. 1, 2, and 3. And you want to repeat that until the point. Skip 2, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, 2, and 3. Skip 2 and 3 double crochets into the same stitch. No chaining in between. From now on, when you do the granny stitches, there will be no more chain spaces. That was only rows 1 through 16. So no chain spaces in between anymore. Skip 2, 3 double crochets in the next stitch. There's 1, 2, and 3. I will meet you at the point. Okay, so I've made it to the point. There should be 1 stitch left before the chain 2 space. You want to go ahead and skip it. Do 3 double crochets into the point. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the point. Alright, skip the next stitch and put 3 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. You want to skip 2, 3 double crochets into the next stitch. Skip 2, 3 double crochets into the next. And repeat that until you get to the chain 2 space, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I have made it to the chain 2 space. Now you want to skip those 2, do 3 double crochets in that next stitch. Oops. Skip 2, do 3 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 2, skip these 2, and put 4 double crochets in the top of the chain 2. And that's 2. Three, and number 4. Okay, so at the end of row 20, you should have 176 double crochets. Now, row 21 and 22 are the same. You want to chain up 2 and turn. You want to put 3 double crochets in this first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2, skip 3 stitches, and do 3 double crochets into this chain 2 space. And there's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to put a granny stitch in between each granny stitch. So 3 double crochets in between every set of granny stitches. Just like that. And repeat that until you get to the point. Okay, so I have made it to the point. In the point, you want to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, there's 3 double crochets. Now chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. And then continue on putting 3 double crochets in between the granny stitches all the way up until the chain 2 space, and I will meet you there. Alright, I have reached the chain 2 space. Now we're going to put 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 2 and skip the 3 double crochets and put 4 double crochets in the chain 2 at the end. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so for row 21, you should have 182 double crochets. Repeat this row for row 22, and at the end of row 22, you should have 188 double crochets. The next row, I will meet you at row 23.